Good morning, or good day. I am pouring jig heads. These are 1/32 ounce. There you go. Hey, why is it all blurry? Anyhow, that's what I'm doing. I wonder if there's a way to change the camera settings in here. Hey there, is that Kiki Beans? Thanks for coming in, Beans. Good day to everybody. Bad one there. Why it won't close? There we go. Let's see, change the settings on the chat to all messages. Thank you for the like. Make sure to tap up the likes. Appreciate that. Make sure to also subscribe if you want. There we go. Thank you. Appreciate that. I wish I could see who's tapping up the hearts. Who's tapping up the hearts? We got 56 people in here. Oh, good. Well, thank you, Beans. These are for fishing lures here. How's everybody doing? Thank you again for all the likes. I appreciate that. Hey, Jonathan from Cape Town, South Africa. I'm making fishing lures, Polar. These are going to be fishing lures. This is a mold. I'm putting the hook in there, and then I'm going to pour the metal in there. Go get a drink of my coffee here, and I'm going to pull some of these lures over here. Yeah, I make things that look like that. Let me put that up here so I can reference to it. So after it comes out of the mold, I'll take this here and break off the sprue, and then I have a hook like that, and then I'll clean up the hook and I'll powder coat it. But yeah, these are for fishing lures here. You'll be able to use these for crappie and bass and perch and all kinds of fish. Yeah, the metal is really hot. Yep. It does cool off pretty fast though. It cools off pretty fast. These are a 1/32 ounce. I'll be doing a bunch of different sizes today. But I also go live when I paint them, and when some of them have eyes, and so sometimes I'll go live when I'm putting the eyes on. I assume you... Yes, I remelted. And I'm using lead. This is lead, and I get questions sometimes about ventilation, and I have plenty of ventilation in here. So I don't have to worry about breathing in bad toxins. And I only melt the lead just enough to melt it. I don't boil it or anything, so I don't need a breathing mask or anything when I do this. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Yep. We got a few people in here today. So I'm going to pour a bunch of these here. We're working on some new lures this week. We'll be putting some new lures on our site. We do have a website too, so we have about 50 colors of lures. We have 7 different sizes. Yeah, we'll go back in there. Yeah, we'll put the new ones in here. Well, hello there. How you doing? I wish I could decipher that language, but I can't. Oh yeah, thank you for the likes, everybody. Make sure to tap the hearts. If you guys want to share it out, share it out. Hey, Remington. Thank you. If you're coming in brand new, I'm making lures. This is part of the process. And I'm using lead. This is our lead sticks. This is cold, so I'm going to put it in the melter. It'll melt down here like really fast. Hey there, Rhino. Tons of watching. Take a second. Double tap. Yep. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for the likes too. We got 7 likes. How you doing there, Rhino Hooks? These are 1/32 ounce. I poured up a bunch the other day, and I had to, I painted up a bunch too, so I'm having to remake them. We've been getting a lot of orders for 1/32 ounce. Plus, we're getting ready to put out a new sabiki jig, so I want to make sure I have plenty of jig heads made up. Yeah, it's Monday. It is super windy out there. Okay, we're gonna need some more hooks. I just opened up a new box. These are size 6. Hey there, Sketchy. How's it going there? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I do go live every day. Every day. I don't really take that many days off of going, live streaming. I'm gonna try to go fishing sometime this week. I may even try to go this. Well, I can't go this evening. I gotta go to the pharmacy later on. Might still try to go. Some of the places I go to do not have a good signal. They're just awful signal. Yeah, we're at the end of the month. No, thank you there. Thank you guys for helping me. Rhino's in here all the time. I went ahead and made him a mod. He's a part of the Flow Bro team. Flow Bro. The other day I was in here for about an hour and a half and I didn't have a single mod. I don't like making everybody mods, but I do need mods here and there. So what are you doing today, Mr. Rhino? Rhino Hooks? Hey there, David. How are you doing there? Good morning. What is the difference between a standard moderator and the other moderator? I don't know the difference. Do you guys know the difference? I don't know. Do not know the difference. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Well, what do I have you as, Remington? Oh, you're a managing moderator. That's what you are. There's John. See, how you doing there, Mr. John? Just pouring some lead, getting some jig heads made up. I'm going to try something different tonight. I'm going to try to go to sleep a lot earlier, even when I'm not feeling like I'm sleepy. I don't think I'm getting enough sleep. There's Cool Cats. How you doing there, buddy? You going fishing this week, Annie? Cool Cats? You're good. Good deal. How long have you and Jody known each other? Yeah, these are 1/32. We're going to be making some new sabiki jigs, Cool Cats. At least 3 years, yeah. I do appreciate you guys mentioning me a bunch. Yep, we do have the striker rod still on sale. That's our big fish rod. You can use it for catfish, striker, carp, all kinds of fish. Yeah, if you're coming in brand new, I make fishing lures. I make some with eyes and some without eyes, like this one right there. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate you guys. I'm glad you and Jody are putting more content on this side here. It just seems like it's a lot. You don't get as many trolls. trolling type people. Hey, Mr. Burke, how you doing? Did you make it back home? Did you make it back home? I'm doing good today, man. I'm ready to make a bunch of lures today. We had a pretty decent weekend as far as business, you know, busyness. I'm hoping we have a good week here this week too. It's for your ASMR people. Is that how you pronounce it? ASMR? For your audio people out there. What happened there? There we go. Got it all nice and closed. I'm doing pretty good though. I'm having a great day. Great day. Good day to be alive. We got 14 likes, guys. Thank you so much for the likes. 14 likes. Let's rack them up. Let's tap them up and stack them up. Tap and stack. Tap and stack. 14 likes up there, guys. Blue wing olive. I was watching Mr. Brian last night tie some dry flies. You know, I went to Google just last night, and I was looking at GTH flies or GTH variants, and man, it's like all the pictures I was seeing I was looking at Brian's lure and I'm thinking, man, his lure looks so clean and crisp and pristine compared to all the other ones out there on Google. He ties some really nice flies. Oh yeah, that's fine. I mean, you got to get some sleep. Oh, you can always watch his videos though. That is a pretty cool boat, you guys. A pretty nice boat you guys are fishing from. Cool cats. I'm gonna get my boat out there sometime. It's just we've had the weather just go crazy. That crappie haven't even hit the banks yet, so this is one of the later spawns, I believe. There's some years where they start spawning in February, and I think this year they're going to be pretty much a May spawn. Pretty much a May spawn. Yeah. Always out in the water. Yeah. Yeah, I think in the coming weeks I'll be out on the water quite a bit more. I'd like to get that Starlink and put it on the boat when I go fishing. That way I can have good coverage when I go to some of the really good crappie spots. When I go catfishing, I'm in some good, spots that have a lot of connection. But for the crappie, there's some good spots that I go to for fishing. They're just not really good spots for live streaming. I'm going to Yeah, my wife, she's always wanted a boathouse too. Run one power cord. I run. Okay. Oh no, I got plenty of power. I just don't have good coverage as far as being able or to live stream. Yeah, I got plenty of juice. I got a couple of lithium batteries. Um, I'd like to get like a Starlink or something where I would get good coverage anywhere on the lake. Okay, we're going to switch molds here in just a bit. I'd like to get a better transducer and better fish finder too. Oh really? Along the shore? Yeah, that's what happens here a lot of times when the water goes up. It's picking up a lot of driftwood and all kinds of other stuff that floats. Can you send me a text on that, Cool Cats? James, right? Can you send me a text on that? I'd like to find out a little more. I do run an antenna here. I have an antenna on our building, and it helps me get a better signal. I thought about getting one of these antennas and getting it on the boat. I didn't know if that would help out much, but it does help me as far as being in a metal building and getting good, picking up our Wi-Fi signal. That's what I'm making right there. And we got a lot of new people in here. Yeah, make sure to tap the likes. Also, make sure to subscribe too, because I do go live every day. You can make me part of your daily schedule. I try to go live every day, around 9 o'clock in the morning here in Oklahoma. We're Central Time. Oh yeah? Well, that sounds cool. Yeah, because there's some, I mean, when I go catfishing, I have real good coverage because we're out on, most of the time we're in open water. But when I go crappie fishing, there's a lot of these strip coal pits or whatever that I put the boat in, and it's just hard to get any kind of service out there. And my phone is running off AT&T. Okay, we're going to do some pill heads here in a little bit. We're going to do some 16th ounce. I don't have a whole lot of those to make. Oh wow, yeah. That's pretty interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go get my 16th ounce heads over here. I can start filling that up. Okay, 16th ounce pill head. Okay, this is a cold mold. Cold, cold, cold. Let's see if they'll all pour out pretty. Oh, I gotta change hooks, don't I? Gotta change hooks. Almost put the wrong hook on those 16th ounce. That would have been awful. And these are Mustad hooks. Is that one open? That one's not even open. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what the high walls are doing for me. Well, how much do you have to pay for the initial unit when you get the Starlink? Love those hooks. It's all I use. Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, you guys make sure to pick up Cool Cats. If Jody, Pontoon Jody comes in the channel, make sure to pick her up too. Oh, that is cool. New Jersey Fishing, NJ Fishing Maniac. Oh, you do? Ooh. I'm trying to, if you're coming in brand new and you've never watched me before, I'm shaking up these hooks, get them to release, and then I'll put them in the other bowl. It's easier to work with a small amount of hooks, more so than with that big old hunk of hooks all hooked up together. I'll be tying here probably in a couple of hours. Yeah, in a couple of hours I'll be tying. Today I'm gonna tie some of these sabiki jigs. We have some currently on the website, and we're gonna take those down, and we're gonna put up a new sabiki jig on there with a lot more colors. A lot of people use our jigs like Cool Cats. He'll use our jigs, him and Jody, to catch these skipjack. And I believe a skipjack is what, a blue herring? I want to say a skipjack is a blue herring or fish. And it's excellent for catfish bait and striper and walleye and all kinds of other fish. Gotta run. I'll check again later. Yeah, you know me. I'll be on all day. I'll be on either here or the other channel. I've been spending more time here. It is the end of the month, and I'm trying to get my. When you become monetized, you gotta have at least $100 to cash out, and I'm not there yet. So the next couple of days, I'm not going to try to hit people up for money or anything like that, but yeah, I'm only like, I think, 10 or 15 bucks away from hitting the 100 this month. We are going to be doing a drawing at the end of this week. I believe on Saturday we'll do a drawing, and for all the people that throw out like a $5 gift, or if they're members already, they got a membership plan, they'll also be entered too. So we'll be giving away about 50 bucks of product. It may be it may be a little more than 50 sometimes, but it'll always be at least 50. But if I don't hit that $100 mark, that's okay, you know, for the month. That's totally cool. Yeah, we got the new Crawdaddy on the website. We got it available in 3 different sizes: 1/32, 16th, and an 1/8 ounce. We got some new chenille on the site too, some new flashing. If something's not selling well, we're going to take it off the site and add other stuff on. Hopefully that'll attract more attention. Yeah, these are 16th ounce pill heads. Those dudes will get some eyes. We have 19 likes. We do have these go boxes too. They're the Surprise Me Go box. We have them in a 1/32, a 16th, and an 1/8 ounce. And you'll get 8 packs of lures at a very discounted price. And they're already pre-boxed, they're loaded, they're ready to go. And basically 8 packs of lures. And depending on the size that you get, you can save anywhere from like 12 bucks to even 20 bucks if you get the 1/8 ounce. Cool thing about that is you can even use the Flow 10 discount. Save even more money. Okay, Burke, I'll see you later. You have a great day, and may the Lord richly bless you beyond all measure. Beyond all measure. More than you can think or imagine. That's in Ephesians chapter 2. have a feeling one of these didn't pour. I have a feeling we got a miss. No, they all poured up. Look at that. I was thinking that one wasn't going to pour. Oh my goodness, Remington's entered in. Thank you a bunch, my friend. Thank you a bunch. You guys make sure to give him a W there. Win, win, win. Yeah, every time you throw out I count that as a $5 gift, you know. You'll be entered in for the drawing. We're going to be giving away about 50 bucks of product, whether that be lures or whether that be jigs. We'll give the person a choice of what they want, and you got to be in the U.S. though. We're not shipping anything to Cambodia or to New Jersey. No, I'm kidding about the New Jersey. No, we're not shipping anything into a different country. Oh man, I'm gonna get in trouble. John's gonna not like that one there. No, if you're in a different country, you won't be eligible. But if you want to support the channel, you can support the channel. But shipping has gotten so expensive overseas. We do ship some product overseas, but man, in some places it's like $50–$60 just to ship a small box of lures. These are lure heads, jig heads. These here will actually get eyes on them. They will get eyes on these lures here. Oh, yep, great stuff. You got that right. Yep. And here, let me go ahead and break these off. And let me go grab a pack of lures with eyes. Let me go do that here so I can show those off too. A pack of lures with eyes. That there is a 16th ounce Mountain Dew. That's one of our top selling colors a few months back, but that is the Mountain Dew jig right there. And that's the same size as I'm pouring right now. And we go through a bunch of these. This here will be gone at the end of the week. I'll be pouring some more of these next week. I don't know how people make it 5. Yeah. Ah. Right now I'm breaking off the sprue. Right there. Just twist a little bit. It helps if they're colder. If you get like a hot piece that just came out of the mold, it'll be really gummy, and you'll have to twist it a little bit more because the metal's still pretty warm. And hey there, Grant, how's it going there? Yeah, make sure to subscribe also. That way you guys can find me later on. But I do love fishing, and I didn't get into lure making, you know, for a business, but it quickly, right after I started making lures, and it helps. Locally, I was catching a lot of really big crappie in some of these lakes that weren't really known for big crappie, and people started buying my lures, and here it is. You know, it'll be 15 years in November, but I've been doing this for about, you know, about 14 years. I've been doing it almost I guess 13 years. I guess you could say that. It'll be 13 years, and well, 13 years next month, this upcoming month here. I started doing this as a full-time business back in 2012. I've been able to make a lot of really good friends. Nice people out there. There's a bunch of nice people. Okay, I'm going to take you guys off here. I'm going to put some more lead in the pot. That's what I'm using right now. That's the pot that I use to melt everything down, and that there is the lead. It'll come in sheets. Sometimes it comes in blocks, but lead is very, you know, it's very soft. I like using soft lead. There is a harder lead out there, and I don't really like using that a whole lot, mainly because it's just it's a little more on the brittle side, and so I'm putting in that right there. Watch it go down. Bloop. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and use a fork. I've never used this fork for eating. That was a brand new fork a long time ago. It was a cheap fork from like Dollar General, but I use that to skim off the top and to get all the pieces that float to the surface. And then these are all the the containers that I have painted jig heads. And so I have, those are the 1/16 ounce there for pill heads. And then you see they're marked up there. And over here, this is where I pick out a lot of hooks. I got a lot of hooks in there. I have a lot of Aberdeen hooks too, but the main two hooks or three hooks that I pick out on this drawer here are the 6, the 4, and the 8. We do have sizes 10s and 12s and 14s, and then over here I'll be getting into that box here pretty soon. But these are all the medium large hooks, and then on the bottom are all the large hooks. Those are all the 2-aught or 3-aughts, and then over here I have a lot of molds. Do-it molds, Jacob molds, all kinds of molds, Hilti molds. And then over here is all my paint. I got a lot of paint. So that's my fluid bed. I got a couple of those, and then I got an extra large one there. That large one was the one that I used for my sinkers and for my big bass lures. And then I got paint all over there, paint all up there, and then I got paint all down here. And then I have empty containers, because sometimes some of these fellow bait makers, they'll ask if I could make a color up for them. And then I have molds all up here. And then I have molds there for the spin cast machine, and we're going to be saving up to try to get a new spin cast machine here soon. like to get a new spin cast machine. Uh-oh, how did I do that? Done. Oh, let me get that out of the way. Boom, I don't need that there. At least 1 minute of video is needed. Oh my goodness, how do I get that out of here? Boom. Green screen. I don't need this green screen. No, I don't want to stop the streaming. How do I get that off? Oh, there we go. Get that back there. And we lost a lot of people. That's okay. Let me go get one more drink of coffee. Oh, stretch out a little bit. Okay, let's get back to pouring. Anyhow, that's a little bit of our shop there. A little bit of the shop. I rarely pour this side here. I'm looking at, these have bait keepers on them. So I don't really use them a whole lot. We are looking at putting out some jig heads with bait keepers. I'm just having to do a couple of different things to try to get them set up to where we can sell them. Again, welcome in everybody. Thank you for coming in. These here are number 4 hooks. They're Mustad sickle. These will be turned into lures with eyes. If you hear me repeating myself a lot, it's because we get a lot of people that are coming new into the channel. So sometimes there's some repetition there that's involved. And I try to be welcoming to everybody that's coming in. And if you are a fellow bait maker, man, you guys are welcome to come in here too. Uh-oh, drippy, drip, 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 drip. We also do sell material like thread, chenille, flashing. We sell a lot of different stuff. We also have new age chenille too on the website. These again are 1/16 ounce. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm making, these are jig heads. These are for fishing lures. These are for fishing lures. Okay, I think that's going to be it for that one there. We're going to switch up to the round heads. And that's what they look like right there. Okay, so I'm going to break these dudes off. A lot of these will get painted up this week. And again, they do look like that. And then those will get turned into something like that. Again, we do have a website. You can also use Flow10, FLO10, save 10% on everything on our website. We have these new boxes that we have that are filled with 8 packs of lures. And I didn't want to call it mystery go box. I didn't want to confuse everybody, because we do have a mystery jig box, and that one comes with 6 dozen lures. Those are on sale too right now. But we do have a Surprise Me Go box, which has 8 packs of lures. We have them in a 1/32, 16th, and 1/8 ounce. The 16th and the 1/8 ounce, some of those will have, you know, you'll have a lot of 3 packs in there. And you'll get lures also with eyes. You know, some of them will have eyes, not all of them. But it's a really good price there. And if you don't know what to get, you'll have a lot of good colors in those boxes. You can also give them out as gifts. If you got a cousin, nephew, somebody lives in a different state and it's their birthday, you can also order one of those for them. If you don't like fishing also, I mean, everybody knows somebody that likes fishing. But if you don't like fishing, you can also, you know, get one for your wife's boyfriend who loves fishing. Get one for your wife's boyfriend. You guys know I'm just kidding when I say that. Okay. Do some with round heads now. Round heads. Ah, good thing the mold's not hot. There we go. And that's what they look like. The reason I pour a bead on the top there is so I can get them all out at the same time. And then when I clean off the excess, I can hold everything together instead of having to pick each one up individually. Go. Those will be cooling off here for a little bit. Okay, let's get some more hooks over here. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll try to help you out. Lead melts at about 612 degrees. I try to get it to where just, barely above that temperature. Some people will crank their pots all the way up, and you don't have to do that. You can just turn it up to number 5 or 6. You'll get the temperature you need. If your mold is working. If your mold isn't working, or not your mold, but if your pot's, one of the elements are out, you may have to turn it up. But in most cases, you don't have to. Ooh, I missed one over there. There we go. Ooh, got one bad one. These are 1/16 ounce with number 4 Mustad sickle hooks. I used to just do eagle claw hooks a long time ago, and they had a problem for 1 year, probably about 5-6 years ago, where the eyelet, it wasn't all the way connected. And I'm talking about that eyelet right there. On an eagle claw, there was a little gap there, and for some of the fishermen that were using braid, they were losing their jigs. And so anyway, I ended up switching to Mustad during that time, and I haven't had any issues with that. Eagle claw hooks are really good, but a few years back, a lot of fishermen started switching to braid. Some of these guides and tournament anglers started using braid. The braid's a lot thinner than regular line. We do also sell monofilament fishing line and braid. And our mono, we have 2 different colors. We got high vis yellow and high vis pink for your lady people out there, or whatever. But we do also have braid too, which is high vis yellow. It is an 8-strand. It does have a UV coating on there. Shows up really good at night if you're fishing for catfish or striper. one mispour there. Okay, there's something clogging up the line here. See if that helped out any. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do some break-offs. And that's why I pour the beads, so I can hold them all together. And just break them off like that. You can get the Lee's melting pot at tacklebandit.com. You can use my code there, which is FLO10, FLO10. That's a Lee's Precision Cast pot. They have 10-pound pots and 20-pound pots. That's what that looks like right there. That's a round head. And then those lures won't get any eyes on them like that one right there. We do have round heads in a 1/80th ounce, a 64th, 16th, 1/8, and a quarter is what we have on the site. The ones with the eyes, we do have them in a 24th, a 16th, 1/8, and a quarter ounce. That's a 16th ounce right there. Thank you there, Remington. I appreciate you. Again, you can catch crappie, skipjack, perch. You can catch a lot of different fish with our lures. Trout. A lot of different kinds of fish with our lures. The post office lady's not here today. I wonder what's going on with that. We're not here yet. Here we go. Put a little butter on that popcorn. Hey there, Kraft. How's it going there? These are 1/16 ounce heads. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I'm having a pretty good morning so far. Banging on the wrong side, wasn't I? Banging on the wrong side. Just making up a bunch of jig heads for the week. Weather's pretty nice out there. It's just super windy. We're supposed to be getting some more rain in the next day or two. I've been hoping the weather would settle out a little bit. I do like the cooler weather, but we're getting a bunch of rain. Our lake is up about 6 foot. And so hopefully we'll get some people out there fishing and, you know, using our lures, and we'll get some more sales here. Yeah, we'll go back in the pot. These again are 1/16 ounce heads on a number 4 hook. It was a pleasure watching. Have to fix a tractor tire. Oh no, I'm sorry about that. On your back. Uh, oh really? Oh wow. Yeah, I got my MRI is going to be. I think it's next week, next Tuesday on my back. Well, I hope everything turns out well. I've been having some lower back and hip issues. I'm doing pretty decent today. I know I need to lose weight. That's my big issue is I got to get down, lose some weight here. Oh yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, we're thinking about that for me too. We'll see. Hopefully everything works out for you and works out for me. There've been some pretty days I want to go fishing, but it's like I'm in a bunch of pain and it just hurts. And I'm like, man, I do not want to be out and moving around a whole lot. Yeah, that's what I've been on me too. I mean, I think that's what caused it. I was in a boat a couple of years ago and I got bounced up. We went on somebody's wake and the boat just went up in the air and bam. And man, it hurt. Ever since then, I've just had some pain in my back, and it hadn't been. I mean, I've been to the chiropractor a couple of times, um, and it's helped out a little bit, but it's just so aggravating, you know, just a bunch of pain. I know what you're talking about. Just being in pain all the time stinks. Okay, I'm gonna go crank the air up a little bit more. Yeah, when it's your back, man, it hurts when you walk. It hurts when you lay down. It just hurts all the time. Hey, David. How's it going there? I'm just pouring up a bunch of jig heads this morning. Bunch of heads. I'm only going to do a few more of these in this size, then I'm going to switch up to a 1/8 ounce. Okay, I'm just going to call it quits on that one there. I'm going to put the mold up to cool off a little bit. Then we're going to get the 1/8 ounce mold. So let's get these hooks back up. Get the number 1 hooks out. These dudes down. We got to do some 1/4 ounce too in a little bit. We're going to be doing some 1/4 ounce spinner baits, underspins in a little bit. Ooh, that one's bad. I'll put it in there. It'll go back in the box. Well, I guess I should have put it in the box. Oh well, I'll do it later. That's a bad one. Hey, how's it going there, John? Marcos Pascal Ulos. Thanks for coming in. Okay, we're going to do some 1/8 ounce pill heads. So I need the 1/8 ounce mold. That's that. Where is it at? There's my 1/8 ounce. That's what I have so far to work with. Okay, a couple of these out. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't need to go spelling hooks everywhere. Shake these loose. working on these, this mold is the same way. I only use one side, and I'm not doing anything with the bait keeper on there. These are #1 hooks now that I'm using. Come out like that. These two will get eyes on them. They'll get the heads will get cleaned off. They'll get powder coated, and then we'll glue eyes on them, 3D eyes on them. I've had this mold here for I don't know how long. Probably about 10 years I've had this mold. Where is everybody from? Where's everybody from? What state or country are you guys from? Onde viven? I don't know how to speak any other languages. Where's everybody from? These here again are 1/8 ounce. They got a #1 Mustad sickle hook. We do have a website. We got a link on the bottom. We got a link on the back side of our page here or profile to the website, rubenfloresjigs.com. We do ship to every single state here in the U.S. We do ship to other countries, but we got to do that in the form of a DM. We have over 200 items on our site too. You can use the discount code FLOW10, save 10%. Can you guys hear me okay? I know sometimes I feel like I'm just talking to myself. Make sure to tap up the likes. Excuse me. Okay, let me go grab me a drink. Okay, let's get these broken off. That's what that looks like right there. Hey there, Daniel. Already said hey, Daniel, already. These here will get eyes, kind of like this one right there. They will get eyes on them. That is our Mountain Dew. You guys can get our lures at, if you're in Oklahoma, you can get them at the Rusty Hook down in Eufaula, Oklahoma. Nabatac Outdoors in Claremore, Oklahoma. Tackle Bandit in Collinsville, also tacklebandit.com. You can get them at Shields All Sports in Tulsa. Also shields.com, you can get our lures there too. You can also get them at Dunn's Sports in Thomasville, Alabama. You can get them also at Fathead's Tackle in Manford, Oklahoma City. You can get them at, what is that called there? I cannot remember what they're called. Oh my goodness. I don't deal with them personally, but we have them distributed to, oh golly, I cannot remember what they're called. Oh, that's awful. But you can also get them at Angler's Edge up in Call City, Oklahoma. Oh, CJ's Bait Shop in Oklahoma City. We don't deal with them directly, but I believe Navitac is the distributor for them, and that's Navitac Outdoors. So if you do own a bait shop, you can get a hold of Navitac and Claremore, also Tackle Bandit, and they can distribute our lures to your stores. Hey there, Stardust. How's it going there, buddy? What am I doing there? Why am I doing that? I'm thinking I'm pouring the other head, which I'm not. I'm having a good day. How are you doing there, Stardust? Getting the week off started right. I'm just going to pour up a bunch of heads. That way I don't have to do it later on this week. If we have a really busy week, I may have to do some more heads, which would be good. Which would be awesome. Jumping into my time machine. Oh, that sounds fun. I do commend you guys that help Brian out. Brian gets a lot of help from you guys. I'm really happy to see how his endeavors have grown. I had been telling him, like, you gotta go, you're gonna have more success, and how would I say, you're gonna have more success, and you'll be more well known for doing your fly tying. And again, I don't know how many tattoos he's given. I imagine he's an excellent tattoo artist. And I can almost imagine if he did tattoos on a live stream, I imagine he'd have success doing that too. And he was very successful as a tattoo artist. And for him to kind of somewhat leave that behind and do what he's doing now has just been pretty tremendous. Oh yeah, he just I have nothing but good good comments and praise for him. He's just and I can't remember who told me to watch him or whatever. I know I watched him. You know, I mean, I watched him before he had 100,000 followers on TikTok, And I think at that time he may have had like 50,000 or something, or 40,000, and it's just really neat to see how he grew. And you'd go on his lives over there, and it'd be 5,000-7,000 people watching him. And there was a time we would get that many people, but I'm more of a daytime guy. Not that I like my sleeping at night, but when you're in the shop and you're pulling 12, 14 hours, it's hard to be up at 9, 10, 11 o'clock making lures. And I've done it in the past. I've worked in the shop 16, 18 hours at a time. But it's just kind of cool to see how he grew and how he's built up this YouTube. We talked about YouTube, and I know he was having issues with TikTok, and some of the issues, I would tell him some of the issues I was having with TikTok too, and there's just some people over on TikTok that it's so easy to report somebody over there that if somebody doesn't like you, they can report you and it'll affect your live stream like right away. And we knew of some people that we thought may have been doing that to his live stream and mine, and then some of the people that there's another jig maker that does stuff kind of like how I do. His followers would come in my live and they would start spamming that other dude's business, and I could imagine they were reporting my live stream because we had gone from, and Brian had gone from at least getting 1,000 every live stream to maybe getting 300, 400, 500 people watching. And the same thing was happening to me too. And so he moved over to TikTok or to YouTube, and I was still over there. I'm still over there now. I still live stream over there sometimes. But he kind of he kept putting videos over there, but he just switched all his live streams over here. And it's been really good for him over here. And he's like, man, you gotta go. You gotta just, he's like, you gotta bleep TikTok. Get on over to YouTube. so I started putting more content over here, and I'm really glad I did. And we got a lot of really good people that watch, and we got people that help support the channel. And we had a lot of people like Remington and Panfish King, Oklahoma Dirt Outdoors, Kansas Fishing, Albie, Neely, and some of these guys that have and Woody too. Woody's over on TikTok, and he kind of floated over here too. At the lake, hot part of summer, winter numbers. Yeah, they do. Yep, the hot part of summer and the winter months, they do go up. I've noticed something too, and again, we get a lot of people in the summertime when school lets out. We get a lot of young people. I noticed our numbers would grow up, and I would, and again, because I'm mainly daytime and evening, early evening. We in the summertime when school lets out, we get a lot of younger people, a lot of people out of school, and it's the same way when there's spring break, Christmas break, and all that. The numbers kind of go up for a couple of weeks. I've enjoyed everything over here. When I first started doing lives here on YouTube, let me go grab my coffee. When I first started doing lives on YouTube, I would go live, and man, I wouldn't have anybody in the live for like 30 or 40 minutes. I had to figure out the algorithm a little bit better. But we wouldn't have. I would go live, and I'd be lucky if we had 1, 2, 3 people, like in the first 15, 20 minutes. And I would get upset. I'd like, man, I'm going back to TikTok. And then I just made the commitment. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go live first thing in the morning. I'll go live somewhere between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. my time. That's Central Time. And I'm like, I'm just going to go an hour, at least an hour every day. And no matter what happens, no matter if there's 3 people, 4 people on live, I'm just going to, do what I do. And whether it's painting, pouring, tying, whatever it be, I'm just going to go live on YouTube. And it's paid off. It took probably about a month or 2 to get monetized and everything. Oh man, got a little bit of splashback. But it's paid off really good. It just clicks. Yeah. I mean, some people they're gonna get a lot of viewers, and that's something that I have friends that go live on TikTok, and they're starting to come over to YouTube and do more stuff, and they're realizing that and I'm like sometimes some people get more success doing live streams than others, and you just have to live with it and not take it personal or anything like that. Some people take it personal, like, oh, nobody likes me, and that's not the case. It's just sometimes. And who is that there? Ilano. Hey, Rob, thank you so much for coming in. You just have to go with it, and I was telling Slime Time last night, because he does reel service, and again, I can watch somebody working on a reel that I don't know if I could work. I mean, unless they know all the scientific specs and the engineering parts of a reel. I mean, it's sometimes hard to watch someone do that, and especially if the reel's down here. There's that much of a there's about a 2 foot, 3 foot distance, and that's why I tell all the people that I know, people want to see your hands move. They want to see what you're doing. They got, you got to have a lot of talking, because sometimes if there's a lot of dead air, some people just don't chime in on that. I mean, there's some people that are audio, they like listening. Some people don't. There's probably some people I'm turning off right now because they just can't stand my voice. And then some people are more visual, and if you can get the perfect blend of communicating to everybody and also letting them see what you're doing, and in my case, they get to see this, and they get to see the process of painting, putting eyes on them, tying them up, and they get to see the whole process. That's a pretty cool thing. But there's some people that's like, if they're not having success, and I don't know what success is for everybody. Some people's success is just them going live and making new friends, and a lot of people are happy with that. And even if they make 2, 3 good friends, that's their goal. And some people it's money, because they have product they want to sell. And if some things aren't working, sometimes you got to change it up a little bit. I got to go speak to a high school class a couple years back, and it was probably about a year or 2 before COVID. And I've always been a business owner, whether it be a part-time business or full-time business. And I got to speak to the kids that were in the same school with my kids, where my kids graduated high school. And was talking to them about how to start a business, how to set goals, and it's weird, and I say weird. It's pretty cool to see how some of the kids, I get to still bump into them, And here it is, you know, they've been out of, some of them went to college, some of them didn't go to college, some of them started businesses. But it was a business class or business club at their high school. And, you know, and I was starting to live stream back then. And just getting to share with them, you know, sometimes you got to have a lot of failures before you have some success, you know. I always watch someone like the Kentucky Fried Chicken guy, Colonel Sanders. You know, he went bankrupt and had a bunch of failures before he started doing KFC's. Dave Thomas, the founder of Wendy's, same thing with him. He had a lot of failures before he, you know, did well. And it's the same with a lot of people, you know. And if you want to be a live streamer, you know, and you're trying to get attention, trying to get more viewers, that, you know, sometimes if you're not getting views and looked at, I mean, you may want to try something else, you know, or and again, this isn't for everybody. You know, some people don't feel comfortable in front of a camera. I got friends of mine, they catch big, you know, they go out for catfish and spoonbill. They will catch, you know, it's about every trip, every other trip, they're catching 50, 60 pound, you know, flatheads. And they are like, yeah, I would say they're experts at what they do. Some of them are guides, and some of them, you know, they take people out on the boat, and they're catching 20, 30, 40 pound blue cats and flatheads every time they go out. But you put him in front of a camera, and he is just, he can't speak. You can take pictures of him all day with these people catching fish. You put him in front of a camera and he starts talking. It's not that he can't speak. The guy has, you know, a master's degree and what he does. And the guy, he was a mechanic, and he'd gone to college and retired from American Airlines. And I've known a couple of those guys. They're really good fishermen. And you get them in front of a camera and they just, you know, they go blank. You turn the red light on them and they just can't speak. Or they're afraid to speak, you know. And there's nothing wrong with that. And they got a lot of people on Facebook and stuff that follow them. But when they go live streaming, they're lucky if they get 4 or 5 people watching, which is kind of awful, but, you know. Yeah, he was like 70, 72 years before he struck it, you know, before he hit a home run. And he wasn't the nicest person in the world either. But no. When I first went live on TikTok a few years back, my very first live stream, I had a set of notes. I had like a clipboard, and my wife's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm writing down notes of what I do or something that may be interesting," because I was used to speaking to people because I was a pastor, but as far as talking about fishing lures and stuff, I just, you know, I didn't want to lose track and freeze in front of the camera. And my very first live stream on TikTok, I had like 5,400 people watching, and I got banned. I said a bad word, not a bad word like vulgar or just a bad word, but I said a word that was not likable to TikTok, and it wasn't anything bad. It's just that it was not permissible on that platform, and I guess somebody reported it or whatever, and I couldn't go live for like a whole month. But the second live stream I did, I was like, I had my notes all set for somebody asked me a question or whatever, and I'm like, nah. I finally, after 10-20 seconds, I'm like, I'm just winging it, I'm just going to wing it, let it go. If they like me, they like me. If they don't, oh well. But I'm glad to be over here, and I've got to meet some people and got to make some new friends over here. If you're just popping in, these are 1/8 ounce #1 Mustad sickle hook. These are for hand-tied lures. Yep, we have the Flowcast Striker Rod. It's on sale, 30% off. You can get it for $69.99. It is a 2-piece medium heavy action. It's a great rod. Really good rod. We do have our Flowcast Ninja 7 on sale too. That's our crappie pole. We have a 4-foot crappie pole. We got a 7-foot crappie pole and a 7'8" striker rod, which is for big fish. We're also going to be getting in an 8-foot rod here sometime soon. Right here, I'm breaking off the sprue. Got our hook right there. It's a 1/8 ounce. You guys like the close-up? If you don't, I can switch it back. Man, I've been on for 2 hours, 23 minutes, I think, something like that. Hey there, Devon. How's it going there, Mr. Chavez? Okay, we're going to go back. Yeah, make sure to subscribe to today. I do go live quite a bit, and so if you guys want to see me later on, you guys can do that. We do also have a Discord too. I don't know if anybody can get the link on our Discord and post it up. We do have a Discord. We will be having a drawing at the end of the week. People eligible for the drawing will have to be from the U.S. and we'll be taking gifts and donations, and for every $5 increment, you'll be eligible for a drawing on our wheel. We're going to be doing the raffle wheel. Oh, you like the close-up? Oh. Okay, we'll do a few more. Then we're going to switch up to... we'll probably do the 1/8 ounce round. I'm going to do some 1/4 ounce too in a little bit. Go, the mold is closed. I'd like to build a track, a camera track that I could rotate and just swivel it up to the top, and you guys can get a top, you know, a different angle. I'm gonna look into that. I know they make them, I just don't know who makes them and how much they are. These here again are 1/8 ounce, and they are pill heads, and the sides on the heads are flat, so we can glue eyes on them. Oh, come on out of there. That's what that looks like. Pot wants to leak on me, so I'm having to tighten up the little stopper on there every time I pour. Yeah, these lures here are good for crappie, trout, perch, bass, walleye, skipjack, yellow perch, white perch. Hey, how's it going?
Good.
I'm just on YouTube here. Did I get any packages?
You did.
Anything with my name on it?
Yeah, that one.
Really?
From Justin Strong.
Oh, I know what that is. That's from Dewey on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let me tighten this up and I'll open it for everybody.
He's in Illinois.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I just dropped my glasses.
All right, I'm gonna get out of here.
Okay.
I shall see you tomorrow. I'm gone Wednesday, so I'm not sure who's running.
Okay. Oh, the guy that ran it Saturday was really good.
Kind of young, red-headed.
Yeah, I think he just got out of the military or something a while back.
Yeah, that's Paul. His name
Paul.
is Paul.
He's a nice guy.
He is a nice fellow. Well, maybe he'll be on it again.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he did real well. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thank you. Okay, I don't want to show the address off, but this is what Dewey did. And it came in perfect. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to eat off of it, but it is awesome looking. I guess he makes plates at work. But he made that for us there. And I think he's made it for a few people here on YouTube. I know he made one for Brian. Oh my goodness. He sent me this. Also a stand. Man, that is awesome. But that will go up here in the shop, and I'm just amazed at what he did. And I'm just pretty cool. So this will be, and he sent a little stand up for it too. This is just awesome. I can't believe he did that. Yeah. We've just been blessed big time. Remington, he was my Secret Santa, which I'm revealing him now. As far as sending me a chair to sit in. and now we have the plate. I won't be eating off that plate, by the way. There will be no potted meat sandwiches or chicken fried steaks or hamburgers on that plate. And he's not in here on the live. I haven't seen him all day. He'll probably be on this afternoon. He'll watch. We had someone a while back, Glenn Milburn. He does professional cornhole tournaments, and he travels around the country doing that, and he sent me some cornhole bags with our logo on it. And again, that's just a really big, just a pretty cool thing. I don't go live to get things like that, and it's kind of neat how some people do some things, some really nice, cool blessings in your life. And no, I'm not about to start crying. No tears are coming out. Okay, I think I'm done with the 1/8. We're going to do some 1/4 ounce lures here. Do I need to do the 1/8 ounce? Yeah, I'm good with the 1/8 ounce. I'll do the 1/8 ounce round heads on my next live stream sometime in the future. Okay, put this aside. Let's get the hooks back in the box. We're going to pull out some 2-aught hooks. And we're going to do some of our 1/4 ounce baits. I'll just pull these out of the box. They're like really big hooks. Okay, where's the 1/4? The 1/4, the 1/4, the 1/4. Okay, these are big hooks here. 2-aught hooks, and these are on 1/4 ounce heads. Oh, I can't do that one there, forgot. Okay, we're going to do some in a little bit that are going to have the spinner blade on them. So these will be done differently here. That's how big those are. Those are pretty big. We're going to do some in a little bit that are going to have spinner blades on them. We put a new the Mad Shad underspin on the website. We do sell it, you know, one bait at a time on that. Normally with the underspins we sell them in a 2-pack, but with the 1/4 ounce I went ahead and just did them 1 to a pack. I guess I could put them in a bowl. Sometimes you start putting them in the bowl, they will start melting to the bottom. I'll start breaking those off here in a little bit. With this mold here, it does have a bait keeper to it, but I went ahead and put some silicone you know, the kind of silicone that is kind of heat resistant on the bait keeper part, because I don't really do a whole lot of lures with bait keepers, and that way I can get a jig head without any bait keeper on there. So I did have to do some finagling. I had to pull that word out of my lexicon. Had to go pretty deep into that. Some finagling. I bet you guys didn't know I could finagle something. Okay, now we're going to go with this. We'll go ahead and do some break-offs here. That way you get to see the lures. I am using these nippers here, and they do a pretty clean cut on them. They don't leave a little pinch mark on them for the most part. I got these through Panfish King, who's Richard Danford, had showed me these, and he got some from Amazon. And these nippers, they do run about 50 bucks, and they do a really good clean cut. And now they're the nippers I use to clean the heads. Again, I'll be doing some here with a swivel on there, and those will be for the underspins. Can't get it to go down. There we go. These big ones here, you can use them for crappie. And we got a lot of people that will use the 1/4 ounce for catching walleye and stuff. Oh, I don't even know where I poured that last one. And again, these are 1/4 ounce lures. Do any of you guys use 1/4 ounce lures? I don't know if there's anybody in the channel that does use them. These here will get eyes on them too. Can't get it to go down. Oh, I think I got it there. Oh, man. I'm gonna have to redo this mold here sometime. I don't know which one it is. There we go. Okay, let's get the swivel out. Where are the swivels? Well, that kind of stinks. Find my swivels. I got a fever for a swivel. Huh. I wonder if I got them on my other desk. I got them. Yeah, that's a lot of swivels I'm missing. Oh, here they are. Okay, I got them. Nope. I guess brass is not magnetic, is it? There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and break these off here. That's what that looks like right there. And again, that's a 2-aught hook. Shiny pores, yeah. How's it going out there, Nimby? Yeah, how's it going, man? Yeah, these are 1/4 ounce now. These are some pretty big heads. I'm doing good. I don't even know if I got any orders this morning. I got all the orders out today that we got yesterday or last night. Okay, we got those. Let's go to the ones with the swivels on them now. There we go. That'll get a swivel. That'll get a blade up there. Hey there, Burke. These are a 1/4 ounce. And these are number or 2-watt hooks. I think the next 1/4 ounce spinner we're going to put out is probably going to be the Shiner, and then we're going to put some limited edition 1/4 ounce spinners on the site here sometime. Oh my goodness, hooks up there. Go, got it in there nice and snuggy. Yeah, these are underspins. Is that Red River sealant on the mold? It is. I don't know what it is. It's the. Let me pour this out, and I'll show you this, the stuff I'm putting on there. It's basically a head gasket sealant. Let me get me a drink while I'm over here too. Permatex. It's Permatex 750, and it's a high temp sealant. Or it's a gasket maker. Made for gaskets. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit, Bert. So I put that gasket sealant on there, or to basically take away the bait keeper on there. and it does pretty good. And sometimes you got to change the mold around a little bit. Um, I've had molds that I've had to do different stuff to it to get it to do what I, to make what I want it to make. The maker of this mold here, they just don't, for the 1/4 ounce, they don't make one without a bait keeper. Yeah, and I can't remember who told me that. Oh, I think it was that fella that he had passed away a couple of years ago. His name was Fay Riley. I think he had told me about doing stuff like that to molds. If I ever had issues, having a mold that has a bait keeper on there, I can strip it, take it off. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but I've had to do that to some molds too. Especially during when COVID was going on, and you had a lot of these people that make molds. They just, some of them just shut down production altogether. So it was really hard to get a specific mold made up for you. I had to do that for, I think it was a 3/8 ounce mold that I had that had a bait keeper, and I couldn't find a 3/8 ounce mold during COVID that was, for tying lures. All of them had bait keepers on there. And I had a fellow that wanted some walleye jigs, and I guess I could have used the ones with the bait keepers. I just don't like using them a lot of times and tying them with a bait keeper on there. Sometimes it doesn't make the body look really smooth. Okay, you have a great day too. Thanks for dropping in. Oh, really? I don't know. I don't know about that. It says, I wonder how hard it would be to run a bait shop in Norway because there are a lot of people that fish, but the cost of living is also much higher here. Um, do you not have a bait shop where you could go in and buy like a rod or baits, Bert? Um, I mean, if you, I don't know your conditions out there. I've never been to Norway, and I don't know you know, the city or the town or village that you live in, is there anything nearby? Is there like a business where somebody could walk in and buy a rod and reel or anything like that? My guess would just be to, you know, make stuff up if you don't have a bait shop there, or, you know, a fly tying store or whatever, and just see how it works. Put some postings on Facebook or here on YouTube, and maybe you can get some local business, you know. I remember doing a live stream on TikTok. It's probably about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and the person that was watching ties flies, and they didn't have a local bait store, but I think part of the reason they didn't was because everybody in that small community, they tied their own lures. Oh, there are? Yeah. I mean, you may want to check those local stores and see if they need anybody to make lures for them. That's what I did. I mean, I was selling to the local people on the fishing dock where I was going to, and so I just started packing them in a little Ziploc baggie, and that's how I started selling mine. People would ask about my lures, and I used to give them away, and I still give them away, but I would give them away, and it got to be so much that people wanted to start buying, and people wanted me to start making, you know, colors for them, specific colors. And then that's how I got my little business going. Again, I don't know the conditions over there. I mean, you may live in a city or a town where a lot of people make flies. I know another fella down in Texas, he fly fishes, but he's pretty much local-wise the only one that fly fishes in his town. And it just wasn't a good condition for him to build his business off local, you know, local people. A little bit more. Oh yeah. I mean, you may want to work out a deal with that fella there, and see if they'd be interested in buying your baits. But another good thing for you there, Burke, is if you show that owner your baits, again, don't be upset if they give you a bad review. I would take that review, because you are a young person. I don't know how long you've been tying lures. Don't take that review uh, as something super negative, but take that review as something that you can work off of, because again, uh, not everybody that makes lures makes what local stores want. And a big thing about making them for stores is they want every lure to look the same. And if you tie fly fishing flies, a good person to watch, and maybe on the videos too, is someone like Brian Smith. He was tying these GTH variants last night, and he had three of them, and he put them all side by side, and they all looked at, they all looked like twin brothers. They all looked exactly the same. And that was one of the things that one of the tackle stores, the very first tackle store I started tying for, he had that complaint about other lure makers, and he noticed all of my lures all looked the same. As far as, you putting, kind of like this, can you make them all the same length, the same width, and do they all look like clones of each other? But I would say with whatever critical review that they give you, again, you may make some fabulous looking lures, but then again, you may take your lures in there, and he may have some criticism towards it. And don't take the criticism as something bad. Just take the criticism as something that you can work with and build off of that. And as a parent, and I have 3 kids, all of my kids are good. So, and I do brag about my kids, but I love my kids. And if somebody had some criticism towards them, I'm gonna take that as being offensive. But at the same time, I know enough, because I've lived it. I lived a long time, I guess, to say I can honestly go, okay, well, if there's some criticism there, I need to work off that, or my kids, I'll let them know that, hey, you're precious in my eyes, but not in the eyes of your employer or whatever. But anyway, that's going to be it on here. I'm going to unload the rest of this lead here, and after I do this, which I got another 5-10 minutes of doing this, so I'm probably going to take a little break. But these are from the Worth Company. They're some of the best swivels in the world. I've tried other swivels out before, but I've stuck with that company there for the last so many years. They just make a really good product. Ah, there's Dewey. How you doing there, man? I got to make sure when I swing and roll backwards. A long time ago, when I first got in the shop, I did that, and I ended up flipping over. So, look what I got in the mail. Thank you a bunch. I appreciate you. This is pretty cool. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yeah, that was pretty fast. I got it this morning. Yep. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that plate. And it just, much love to you, man. Much love. I didn't even know you were working on something like that. How long have you been doing that kind of stuff? That was pretty cool. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is pretty neat. Well, what do they say at work when you do that? That is pretty neat. I really, I got a kick out of it when he sent me the picture. And when I got here, I'm like, oh wow, this thing looks pretty cool. Oh, well, thank you. I do appreciate that, man. Oh man. What other stuff do you guys make there besides plates? Yeah, I'm gonna we're we're gonna take that. I'm probably gonna have a spot here where I put it in the shop for a little bit, but we may put it in the house too. I think that's pretty cool. Grill platters, bowls, coffee mugs. Oh, you do coffee mugs too? Also, wine plates, yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Burke. Yeah, it just as a bait maker, I mean, some people can do it for stores, and then some other people um, they just can't, you know. And I'm just going to be honest, and sometimes honesty hurts, but um, we have a lot of local people that do make baits, and their baits do catch fish, but they can't make two baits that look the same, and they don't have the oh, I don't say they have the intrigue to make baits and sell them, and they do sell some, but they just don't have the get go to as a, you know, to be a business owner. You got to have a lot of self motivation to be a business owner, because you got to get up every morning. You got to take care of business. Some people some people have bad habits that they spend all their money on. That's another thing too. Yeah, I thank you a bunch there, Dewey. I appreciate that so much. I'm on that boat of spending too. That's money, yeah. So, what do you do, Dewey? Are you just a fisherman, or do you make baits too, or do you tie flies too, or jigs? Oh, in my pocket. Come every payday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's some people that I know locally. They happen to have a drinking problem, and they're nice people. They're great people. But every time they make money on their lures, they drink it away, and they're super great people. They would give you the shirt off their back. Problem being is half the time they can't wear a shirt because they're so liquored up. I make nothing. Yeah, I just make a viewer. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you, man. If you guys don't know, if we got new people in here, he made me a plate. Man, we've lost a lot of people in here. We had over 100 people in here at one point. We actually had over 300 people in here at one point. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to empty out the pot. So I got to get my ladle out here. I've never weighed one of these ingots here. I don't know if they weigh a pound or what. I've never weighed one out. But this stuff is hot. If you get burnt, it's even hotter. We got a lot of stuff poured up today. We got a lot of 1/32, 16th, and 1/8 ounce lures. Hot like your mama? Ah, no, my mama was not that hot. How's it going there? Yep, have a good day, Stardust. I don't know if he's still in here, but thank you so much for hanging out. Yeah, if you guys ever want to reach me with an email, it is Ruben Flores Jigs at gmail.com. Again, we will be doing a drawing here at the end of the week. And if you do live in the U.S. here, you'll be eligible for it. And we are taking the people that throw out the gifts and stuff like that, they'll be also entered in the drawing. And every $5 increment will be a spot on the wheel. Yep, Ruben Flores Jigs at gmail.com. We do also have a Discord and a WhatsApp. And a lot of times when I go live here, I'll post up on WhatsApp and Discord, and I also have a Facebook page too, so I do share it out to that too. So a lot of times you get to see the pictures of some of the new items on our Facebook page too. Man, I had a lot of lead in here. shut it down. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a little. I'm going to take a little break, and make sure to pick me up too. Subscribe here, and we'll catch you guys later. We've been on here for at least 2 hours, so we'll catch you guys in a little bit. You guys be good. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. God bless.